Well, crypto is significantly more than meme coins. Meme coins is one small part of the crypto industry. I think the industry as such evolved in a very good way. Namely, I think regulation is really at the center stage of what the industry is doing. We see now Bitcoin being adopted by major institutional client groups, sovereigns buying Bitcoin. So there is much more to the crypto space than just the meme coins.
Fair point. Would you recommend clients be exposed to any meme coin at all, though?
I think it depends on your risk appetite. We, as a financial institution, we primarily believe in major coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, but I think there may be a use case in meme coins. Meme coins, basically, you can see it as a measure of attention. And attention is something of value today. We see it on Twitter, we see it on X, that if you have a lot of followers, if you have a lot of attention, this is value. And you could say that the meme coins are somewhat a reflection of this value. And that's probably also why the Trump coin, issued by the President of the United States, has a lot of attention. And this also could then imply that there is a lot of value attached to that meme coin.
But doesn't it undermine trust, transparency, and credibility in your space when you see this type of activity happening? Clearly, a lot of questions about the regulatory framework here moving forward and who is actually benefiting from all of these transactions at a political level too.
I wouldn't say it undermines, because it's quite transparent, right? You see how this coin is set up. But again, I think it's important that within the crypto space, there are many different use cases. So there is Bitcoin, store of value, there is Ethereum, which is basically a smart contract empowering platform. There is decentralized finance, and now recently, over the last 12 to 24 months, the meme coin emerged, which I would really see as a like tokenization of attention. And if we then look at the relative size of these markets, we also see that, of course, Bitcoin is significantly bigger than, for example, the Trump coin, which I think is also a reflection of the industry now, because of one part of the industry is new. And when there is a new part, I think we also always need to establish first proper governance, proper regulation for this new sector which is emerging. And because of that, I wouldn't question the legitimacy of the crypto space as such.
Interesting take. Martin, I also wanted to ask you about the broader dynamics that we're seeing playing out in the crypto space today as well. Bitcoin has, of course, been rallying since Trump's Liberation Day tariff upheaval. What would you say is driving that? Is it a vote of confidence in the asset itself, or is it just a reflection of what has been a broader risk-on sentiment for macro markets globally since President Trump first came back to office? What is actually underpinning this push into triple digits for BTC at the moment?
I think it's a combination of both of those factors. On the one hand, of course, we see that risk assets performed quite well since the Liberation Day. And then I think we also see that on a fiscal level, we see increasing concerns whether the US will ever be able to service its debt. From this trend, I think there were primarily two assets benefiting: gold and Bitcoin. And currently, Bitcoin, I think, is very much driven by this narrative of a deflationary asset in an inflationary environment. And I think that's when we talk to our client base, I think this was a narrative which was very strong since the Liberation Day, and probably now also was driving these new highs that we saw in the last couple of days.